Just the amount of people spawning on me. Oh man. 55 in the Pegassi Pizza Boy about to start this race on cutting corners. I think you can see what the aim of this race is going to be. This video is brought to you by all the ways to stay updated on what's happening with me. Visit bruffy.com/stay updated to find links to my social media, subreddit, Discord server, and info on where to read monthly update posts. Away we go in the Pegassi Pizza Boy for a race that was suggested in a YouTube comment, if you can believe it. There's actually another race idea I've got from a YouTube comment that will be later on at some point in the future. Sergio, I think it was, who suggested this. This is the alliteration race. So every vehicle in this race, the manufacturer has the same first letter as the car name. Pizza Boy is made by Pegassi. And then there's 29 others. There's actually 31 vanilla cars in total. But we can only do 30 laps. So we're sticking with the 30 that we've got here. So we're missing the armoured Karuma. Karen Karuma armoured. Oh my god, that transition. The FiveM FQ2. Oh god. Had to do cutting corners for this one. The most alliteration on a track name that is on the server, I think. Damn, we got away with that one. No, we didn't. Spoke too soon. And as you might have noticed, there are 55 people in this race. Too many, really, for a track this short. But it's what we're gonna. It's what's happened. We've done a session swap, and it just so happened that everybody joining at the same time ended up with 55 instead of the limit, which is 48. Bloody hell! Okay, the limit should be 48 anyway. The Manches. What's the manufacturer of the Manches? My Batsu, isn't it? Yeah, FiveM FQ2. FiveM also make the FR36 that was at the top of coupes for a short amount of time. Did they make anything else? Oh, we're going to have the FR36 in this race, I assume. Spoiled one without even thinking about it. The Obey Omnis. The beautiful machine. This was, of course, the track that we did the all vehicles random all race on. The first iteration of it that I did. But I chose it mostly for the alliteration of the name, to be honest. Why are people driving backwards? Jesus. Thunder should be waiting for lemonade on that one. You only picked this suggestion because the Omnis was in it. Maybe. It was a reasonable idea, to be fair. I don't think the 55 players is going to help the situation. I think we might need to start doing the random more first on the streams, and then when we do the session swap halfway through, that'll be for the random all instead. Because I think random alls are a little bit better at being able to cope with higher numbers of people than a random all where it's... Leave some space, for God's sake! Who makes the Draugr? Canis Crusader. Oh, that was a good respawn. Is it Dick Class that make the Draugr? Do you know what? I'd never even thought about it. Why am I... It literally said on the back, oh, did it? Okay. Yeah, do you know what? I think, you know how I normally say with races like this, everyone gets the same cars by the end. Your finishing position is going to be based on how well you do in the race. It evens out. I think I'm just going to have to embrace the fact that this is just going to be carnage. 55 players was unexpected. And non-intended for a track this short. The Bravado Banshee. Absolute classic. There's quite a big pace difference in a lot of these cars as well, as you've already seen. Alright, there's the Kuruma, the Karen Kuruma, the armoured version of which we don't have. It's the only one we left out. This is just going to be navigating the chaos, isn't it? Initially, we actually had I think it was 45 cars, which included all of the the modded vehicles as well, like the Maxwell, what's it called, Molecule. But since we couldn't do 45 laps, 30 was what we had to bring it down to. We just focused on the vanilla GTA vehicles. Thanks to DiNmiTe for setting up this race and the class to make it easier for me to do. So I didn't have to do it myself, basically. My Batsu monstrosity's back. It was kind of cool that they brought this back when you hear all the ads about it on the... What the... I think they need sin binning. That's definite sin bin. I don't think I've got... I got my keyboard on. My finger is twitching on the sin bin button. It was either intentional or just could not control the car that they were in. It also seemed like they came from, like, the area back there. I don't know what went on there. Yeah, like I said, there is some big pace differences between the cars, which is causing even more trouble. And obviously the one sync lag. So we had the Bravado Buffalo and now the ProGen PR4. Was necessary getting away from it. Look at this, a bit of clean lap, clean air in front on a 40-second lap with 55 players. Beautiful, easily my best lap by so many seconds. ETR1, Emperor ETR1. That was a nice lap. Whoa. Yeah, we've also got drift cars, the Crusader, the Mule, big pace differences. And then we've got fast stuff. It was a recipe for disaster, to be fair. But it's an interesting selection of cars. It was more than 55 players that was unexpected. castigator. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, thank God he's okay. Canis, isn't it? The castigator. You often find a lot of the general GTA population often don't like say the name of a car. Hey, there's the FR36, the other vehicle made by FiveM. They often don't say the name of the car. They'll say the manufacturer name instead. That happens a lot with the Voltic, where people call it the Coil. Not realizing that Coil make other vehicles. Bravado Bison. We've done a few random races with specific manufacturers before as well, haven't we? I don't think we've done Bravado. We definitely did Benefactor, where all the cars in the random class were all made by Benefactor. Bravado could be an interesting one to do. Really. Okay, we're halfway through. There's the actual drift car. The class Drift Yosemite. Project Homecoming, it actually drifts. Good God. This has just been a... I feel like we might have a fair few, obviously with the session swap, a fair few people who are here for the first time in this race. Looks like it. Yeah, to be fair, you can make this drift in vanilla GTA now as well. Not by default, but you can make it. Alright, the Coil Cyclone 2. Speaking of vehicles made by Coil. To be fair, I don't think that's an excuse that there's a few new people, because I've seen things from people who I expect better from as well. I did a few testing videos a few years ago of manufacturers, ranking all the cars from each manufacturer, like the fastest Benefactor cars, the fastest Bravado cars, all that stuff. It was fun doing those. I enjoyed looking at them in a different way like that. Alright, the Albany Alpha. Not many Albany cars. There's actually a tag on GTAcars.net that automatically is applied to any manufacturer that only makes 4 or less vehicles. It's like called Rare Manufacturer or something. Invertero used to be on that list until they released like 20 Coquettes. Right. Benefactor BR8. I'm gonna get another somewhat clean lap? No, I'm not. See, this is called patience, everybody. You might be in a fast car, but you can't just drive through people. I can't remember which manufacturer had the most BF bifter. It's interesting how the vehicle in the 3D era used to be called the BF injection, and then they changed BF to be the manufacturer, so it's just called the injection now in GTA 5. BF also make the bifter, they make the club. But yeah, I can't remember which manufacturer had the most. I think it was D-Class in the top 3, I think. Benefactor was quite high. Bravado was quite high. Then you've got some... Oh, Vapid was quite high as well. There's another Bravado. It might have changed. I mean, it was 2021, I think, when I did those manufacturer-specific testing videos. So, it could have changed. We already did the All Bravados race. Oh, did we really? Okay. I'm not surprised, because it would be an interesting race, wouldn't it? Oh, read. Vapid is highest, allegedly. Allegedly based on what? I'm sure GTA cars can tell you. You can probably... Because you can filter by manufacturer on GTAcars.net. So you can probably just go through the manufacturers and see which one has the most vehicles. Bloody hell. Alright, another Buffalo from Bravado. Maybe we should do another manufacturer-only random race at some point in the future. Choose something that would be interesting. Here's the newest Banshee. And I'm into the top 10. Alright, now we had the Cyclone 2. We were of course going to have the regular Cyclone. Again, another vehicle made by Coil. Coil is not the Voltic. Another Bravado, Buffalo STX. Sports car in the muscle class, basically. Although that's most cars in most classes these days. That's a Buffalo EVX in front, isn't it? I'm going to get that at some point. Haven't had that yet. We also haven't had the Thrax. I haven't had the Mule though. The D-Class DR1. I didn't realise there'd be 3 open wheelers. I think I've still got the Mule to go anyway. Yeah, that was always going to happen, wasn't it? I don't know where the person is who I'm waiting for, but I assume he was in that mess. The worst Omnus. Oh, and now I'm right in the mess. I needed to not be... I needed to get ahead of all that, didn't I? Because this is just chaos now. Can I keep this top 10? I think I could have done without that crash into the hairpin. There's the mule, the Maibatsu Mule Custom. I guess there's the other versions of the mule as well that we could have had. Okay, this is the painful bit. Was I still on the lead lap? It looks like it. What I'm learning is that a lot of people can't handle open wheel cars. Like, they're so easy. But if you're not used to them, I guess, too grippy. Come on. I'm so close to the line. Fighting for this top 10. Okay, Buffalo EVX. I've got one more to go, which is going to be the Thrax. So we got a Bravado. And we finish up with one of the more rare manufacturers with Truffade. Yeah, that thing that I said. Oh no, that's down to 11th. One more lap to get 10th back. In the Thrax. Up against the FR36. There's someone in the middle of the road. Oh, it's okay. As expected, the open wheeler crashed. The open wheeler that the person who overtook me to drop me into 11th turned into immediately crashed. Ninth it is. In that mess, I'm gonna take that. I'm absolutely gonna take that. Holy moly. That was messy. Thanks for the GGs. It was a fun selection of cars though. The alliteration vehicles. Wanting to choose the most alliterative, is that a word? Track with cutting corners. And having 55 people do it. Definitely caused issues. But as far as the car selection goes, it was an interesting way to do it. Thank you for the suggestion from the YouTube comments. See, every once in a while, 1 out of 100 YouTube comment suggestions will actually be a good one that we might actually do. So comment all of your terrible suggestions, and one of them we might actually do. 9th. I started off pretty far down the grid. I made a lot of places on the Pizza Boy at least. And then it was just avoiding all the chaos, to be honest. It could have been a lot worse. Oh yeah, 2nd, 3rd and 4th were very close. 31.7, 32.6, 32.7 at the line. So Vapid has the most with 85 vehicles. And it was Declass in 2nd place, I think, with 71. Those are the two biggest. But maybe we should do a Vapid random race, because I don't think we've done that before. And that would give us a wide variety. We should just put them all in, and then, you know, you get whatever you get. Like a mini Vapid only random all.